Welcome back to Soccer Recap. Today I'm here with my co-host Kevin, and today we're going to be talking about the Prem and a little recap of the Champions League.
Yeah, so starting off with the Prem, we're going to look at the title race. Very interesting with Manchester City sitting at first still, but I mean, it's getting pretty close, 73 points. Liverpool at 72, 1 point off, which is a big difference between the deficit they had before and a couple months ago. And it's really interesting that they'll play this weekend, which will really decide who's going to be top of the table. In other teams, Chelsea and Tottenham sitting at 3rd and 4th place, Arsenal 5th, West Ham 6th, and then Man United disappointingly at 7th place. What do you think about that one, Dezzi?
It's upsetting. Man United is a top 5 team. They've always been, but recently with the many managers they've gone through in the season, it's been really bad.
Yeah, and then when it comes to relegation, Everton looking like they're going to be likely relegated. They are 17th, which only 20th, 19th, and 18th get relegated. But given off their form right now, it's not looking good for them. And Norwich City, everyone knew they were going to get relegated. They're probably going to get relegated. Same with Watford. It's really just a battle between Burnley, Everton, and Leeds United to get out of that relegation zone. Moving on to the Champions League, we're going to recap a little bit about the Champions League round of 16 because we did our predictions last time, but it's been a while, so we're going to talk about these games a little bit. Bayern beat Salzburg 8-2 on aggregate, pretty convincingly. The first game was pretty close, but then the second game, Bayern won 7-1. Liverpool overtook Inter, and then Man City beat Sporting 5-0 on aggregate. And then a big game, Real Madrid versus PSG. I know Dezzi was very happy. Going into the second leg, it was 1-0 PSG's favor, but then they ended up choking. Benzema with a hat-trick, which you'll hear more of later, 3-1. I mean, absolute drama. Messi, Neymar, Mbappe, the big three, all they must be very mad at themselves for that game. I mean, Messi missing a PK in the first leg definitely was very detrimental to the final score. And then Atletico Madrid best Man United 2-1 on aggregate, and Benfica goes through over Ajax. Villarreal as well, 3-0 second leg, beating Juventus, meaning that they advanced 4-1 in aggregate. That was a big one, big upset. No one really expected that one. And then finally, Chelsea beat Lille 4-1 on aggregate as well.
Now, moving on to the quarterfinals, I'm only here to talk about my team, Real Madrid. They beat Chelsea 3-1 yesterday at Stamford Bridge by 3 beautiful goals from Karim Benzema, 2 of them being headers and 1 of a huge mistake by Edouard Mendy.
Yeah, and that was really good for Real Madrid fans. Going back to the Bernabeu next game, and I mean, it looks like it's going to be going into favor moving on to the semifinals. But in other games, Man City versus Atletico Madrid, it was 1-0, pretty boring game, I'd say. Simeone played a 5-5 formation, no striker, just completely defensive. We'll see what they do and what they do to change up their tactics next game since they're down 1-0 now. And then Benfica lost to Liverpool 3-1. I mean, Liverpool looked the dominant side. Benfica missed a couple chances, but I mean, Liverpool was definitely the more dominant team. And then finally, the big upset, Villarreal. They keep upsetting, 1-0 versus Bayern. They were at home. They looked more passionate. Bayern looked like they didn't want to be there. I mean, Villarreal, they could have had a couple more goals. They had one ruled off for VAR offsides, but I mean, other big chances were missed. And I think that's going to be very interesting of what happens when they move over to the Allianz Arena. That's all the time we have for today. Thank you for joining us. We're going to do another recap after the quarterfinals or semifinals, so please stay tuned for that. See you guys later. Shout out to Gavin once again, and we'll see you guys later.